Communism is social ownership.
Welcome back to the Adam and Sheridan Show video podcast, and
Absolutely.
I say welcome back because we were on hiatus last week because Sheridan broke his computer.
I broke my computer. No, I had a corrupted file on there, so I had to actually deal with it for a few days, and then I brought it back up and finished a project that I actually got paid for, so I took precedence over this that no one watches anyway.
Hey, now that's not true. We have a whole swath of watchers.
I get like 9 views.
That's good enough for me.
9 views.
One day we'll hit double digits.
Yeah, but the thing that's really important.
I'm Adam Courtwright, by the way.
And I'm Sheridan.
Okay, gotta get that out of the way.
All right.
Did you actually say your last name?
I did say my last name.
But I don't think they heard it. You wanna?
Sheridan Smith.
Smith.
Like
all right.
Smithy, neath the mighty chestnut tree. All right, so
that went over my head.
The mighty Smithy stands. That's a poem.
Was that by Alan Smithy? You know, the director who doesn't. You know.
All right, so we're going to be talking about, of course, the government reopening.
Yes. Now, a few notes here. One, it's going to be reopening, or it's going to be funded, excuse me, until January 15th, which is good. And the debt ceiling is going to be raised until February the 7th. So we can pay our bills until then. Bad news is all the damage that was done over the past 16 days remains. I mean, of course, people are going back to work. The furloughed workers are starting to receive their paychecks, including back pay.
Yep.
But all of that money that they didn't make during that time was not pumped into the economy. That's going to show up on decreased GDP.
Also, this is going to end January 15th. So this only funds the government through January 15th. This does raise the debt ceiling, but there can be another battle. And there is going to be another battle.
By design.
Right around January 15th, yeah. Well, and this is going to result in cuts. So this entire thing that shut down the government resulted in almost nothing being done.
Even before the 15th is going to be December 12th or 13th, somewhere in that area. This bill that was passed actually mandates that a bipartisan committee, well, I don't remember the name of the senator. Patty was the first name. Okay,
we'll go with it.
Yeah, Patty was the first name.
Duncan?
Oh goodness, I don't remember. And I feel terribly misinformed, and I'm misinforming the watchers.
We don't have our notes during our radio show. We have notes and we read cheat sheets.
Anyway, what you need to know is a Democrat is going to be teaming up with Paul Ryan of all people on the House side, and they're tasked with coming up with a budget that funds the government. Now, if you don't remember, Paul Ryan is the person who wants to voucherize Social Security and Medicare. He wants to cut $2 trillion out of entitlement spending over the next 10 years. This is someone who wants to gut entitlement spending. And how exactly the Democrats and Republicans are going to come to any kind of agreement to avoid what we just went through over the next 16 days with Paul Ryan involved, I have no idea at all. Which leads me to believe that this is a setup. That the Democrats are doing this because they want, just as much as the Republicans, to cut these entitlement programs because they represent big business, they represent the wealthy.
If you ever watched Jeeves and Wooster, or read maybe, usually there's something that is trying to set up a reaction by some people so that you can get from them what you want. So I think possibly Stephen Fry is behind this. I can't verify it.
No. But
it's possible.
You damn well better believe I'm emailing him tonight. I'm going to get to the bottom of that.
I'll tweet him.
Yes.
But the thing is, this is gearing up. You know, what could have happened is when the government was shut down, the Republicans were saying, listen, you have to compromise, but the Democrats should have said, okay, we'll compromise, but we have to start with something like a Robin Hood tax, or we have to start with, you know, expanding something more like universal health care. And that's something that didn't happen. And the Democrats knew they had power, so let's stop calling them the left option. Let's start calling them the center option, because they don't really push for anything left.
And this is a self-evident fact. We have a far right in this country, exemplified by the Tea Party, Ted Cruz. I mean, I don't use this word often, but these people are lunatics. There was a rally held at a Veterans Memorial in D.C. a couple of days ago in which someone said that Obama was worshiping Allah and had his hand on the Quran. and he should come out of the White
With
House
your hands up, yeah.
hands up, figuratively speaking. I mean, these people are lunatics, and they're evil. They're evil people, and I'm not a religious person when I'm using this word. And I know that this sounds really heated and divisive and all this, but when you have people that are holding up the government and telling 800,000 people, no, you will not get paid over the next 2 months because we wanted to fund a law that was passed by both houses, was signed into law by the president, and was okayed by the Supreme Court. I'm talking about Obamacare. They're throwing a hissy fit over something that they lost that was confirmed with another election. They're basically, I mean, how else do you classify a group of people that say government workers, 800,000 people on the furlough, starve for the next 2 weeks?
Adam, shut up.
Okay.
So we have another thing to talk about, which is my thing
Yeah.
to talk about. So we're going to go into that.
Fine.
Basically, one of the more salient features of the shutdown was the fact that people were going, oh man, this is a bad idea. Why can't people govern? Nothing we can do. Apparently there's something you can do. So in Iceland, you remember in 2008 when things collapsed, one thing that happened, Iceland was in the news immediately. So their banks had debt that was 900% GDP.
They were the first country that
They're the first
experienced
country
the housing
yeah.
market bubble bursting.
And so, of course, the European Central Bank and the IMF came in and they said, listen, we'll start to bail you out. However, you're going to have to impose severe austerity, and some of your citizens are going to have to pay back this private debt, which has now been publicized. I don't know a good way to say that, but made public.
Let's put it this way: it's socialism for the rich.
Yeah.
That's pretty much what it is.
And what
the
happened?
The poor bailing out the rich.
What happened is they protested and ousted that government. So a new government came in saying, we will not capitulate to the demands of the neoliberal demands of the European Central Bank and the IMF. And the first thing they did was say, well, we got to capitulate. So
I love that word, capitulate.
So what happened? There was a referendum that was 93% of the electorate voted down. They said we are not going to pay back this debt. So they privatized the banks, which was crazy. They took them over and they said
they made them public, right?
Or yeah, they made them public. Sorry,
them, yeah.
They nationalized the banks. I can't speak proper.
First of all, I gotta be honest with you. I didn't know any of this. I had no idea that Iceland's banks were nationalized. Are you sure about that?
My brother posted. Yeah.
What's the source?
My brother posted this.
Oh, it's
apparently this was an.
No, I'm kidding. I'm just joking.
Apparently this was in an Italian newspaper, which was translated for a site called Bella Caledonia.
I see it right there. Okay.
Yep. But the thing is, when they decided that they weren't going to pay this back, what happened was the Great Britain and Holland threatened dire reprisals that would isolate the country. Mm-hmm. Let's see. Icelanders went to vote. Foreign bankers threatened to block any aid from the IMF. The British government threatened to freeze Icelanders' savings and checking accounts. They were threatened with becoming the Cuba of the north of Europe, basically. And
Scandinavia.
Yeah, the leader of the country at that time said, listen, if we capitulate to these demands, we'll become the Haiti. We will have no economy. We have no people. We'll have rampant poverty. So they didn't capitulate. And what's happening now is they've got 25 people together to rewrite the Constitution. They were not part of any political party, and they had to be supported by at least 30 citizens. They've gotten together and they're writing it on the internet. All their meetings are streamed on the internet, and you can comment and suggest directly to them, and that body will listen to you.
Wow.
So they're writing their constitution over again with this extremely direct democracy, collaborative kind of nature, and it's all because they protested and defeated the government twice. Mm-hmm. So these people had extreme power. They informed themselves. They didn't go after what their leaders said that they had to. They were active. They were in the streets. This was an impressive, incredible thing. I urge you to check it out. It's called "Why Iceland Should Be in the News But Is Not." Now, check out that article. Read what happened. This is what should be happening.
That is fascinating. The fact that, and I guess I'm off the hook because I'm ignorant of something that hasn't been covered.
Yeah.
And if you hadn't mentioned it, because
we are supposed to be informed and informing.
Well, I'm in the process of being informed, so thank you.
We failed, I think.
But no, why? I mean, this is big news. We have the citizens of the Iceland engaging in direct democracy here.
Yeah.
Saying, we don't want to end. And look at Cyprus.
Yep.
Look at Spain. Look at Greece. These countries are they're gripped in austerity right now, and their countries are being destroyed.
And Iceland is actually coming out of this terror.
And I will independently verify these facts, by the way, because I don't want to be like, yes, and then not having done the research.
Yeah.
But
So
I
if
trust
we're
my
wrong-
co-host. No, I trust you.
Okay, there we go.
But I will independently verify.
If we're wrong, we'll tell you, but we're not wrong. So this has been the Adam and Sheridan Show. Please like us on Facebook. We're on the Facebook.
Twitter?
Twitter, at Adam and Sheridan. Check us out. We have a radio show, WRFALP.com. It's 107.9 in the Jamestown area, Fridays at 6, Sundays at 11 a.m.
And we also have past shows that can be listened to on our SoundCloud page by going to WRFALP.com and clicking on the Adam and Sheridan Show link.
We have an email, Tony.
AdamandSheridanShow@gmail.com.
Not only an email, but a Gmail. Thank you for watching. Again, my name is Sheridan.
My name is Adam Courtright.
Stay active.
I'm unhealthy as hell.
Yeah.
I may as well be a Stay Puft Marshmallow Man, minus the gut.
Yeah, fair enough.
Jeez, what was that?
Oh, there are
Scared
people
the
here.
heck out of me.
Yeah. How you doing? Not bad.
Could you
No,
be,
there.
Could you be more robotic?
I could not.
Okay.